Hi Teja, how are you?
Yeah, Rakesh, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good too, thank you. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, Rakesh. My name is Teja Jambudoru. I'm having 1 year, 4 months of experience in Tata Consultancy Services.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was working in a project which is called as AGCS. Currently, I was working as a developer and supporting testers in my current project. As I'm very passionate about this software testing field, so I thought of helping our testers. From that, I came to know the manual testing concept, system testing, system integration testing, and user acceptance testing like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
in our project, we used to follow Agile methodology, and we use a Jira tool for the project management tool. And we were having daily stand-up calls, backlog refinement calls, as well as retrospective calls in our project. And I have some leadership skills where I can showcase my skills, as well as I got a special initiative award in my for security related uses. And I was learning automation testing by my own, by watching YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
I was comfortable with theoretically as for the manual testing. Thank you, Rakesh. That's all about myself.
Okay, great, wonderful, good to know that. So as you are following agile methodology,
Mm-mm.
you would be getting some user stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will be having some user stories,
Mm-mm.
and there will be some acceptance criteria in the user story, right? So
Yeah.
how do you estimate a particular user story? Let's say a product owner or a business
Mm-mm.
analyst is asking you to test user story A. So how will you estimate that particular user story?
Yeah. Actually, see, we used to have a product owner, scrum master, developers, 3 members in our team, and testers as well. So
Mm,
what the scrum master do is she'll be telling this is the particular story what you wanted to estimate.
mm,
So
mm,
as a developer, as we are having 1 year experience, right, Rakesh? So as based upon our convenient, or who was going to pick on that particular thing, we used to discuss ourselves. This is the main thing which we wanted to do as per the development, or as per the development field. This is the thing we need to further testing as per that. So one person will be explaining what is the objective of this particular enhancement. So based upon that requirement, based upon that, we will be estimating the points.
mhm. Right. So
Mm-mm.
can you tell me on a high level, which are the different types of testing you will be performing while testing various user stories?
Yeah, actually, developers used to do unit testing.
Mm,
For that, we used to prepare the test case scenario, test case scenarios, and test case scenarios, the test case ID. I mean, what is the content, the description of
mm,
that, accepted result and actual result, right, like that. And if
mm,
it is a policy, we were working on the insurance related domain, right? So we used to create a policies like that. So
mm,
we will be keeping that for the reference. We used to mention the product as well as policy number. So that could be better for our reference, right? So
mm,
in a unit testing wise, we used to prepare a document and upload it in a Jira under that particular enhancement. Whereas for the system testing, SIT testing also, we'll be supporting testers. I was having on that as well. We in the system testing, we used to check the functionality of the system, right? So functionality of the policy, functionality of the product.
mhm. Okay, great.
Mm.
Let me share my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Now, this is a user story, right? Consider this user story is being assigned to you and you have to
Okay.
perform testing for this user story. So can you tell
Oh,
me high
okay.
level test scenarios? How will you test this story? Also, which are the different types of testing that you will perform?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Do you want me to read it for you?
Yeah, no. I can. I will read it. Okay. I want to provide a fund transfer to future customers so that they can transfer funds from one account to other account. As a bank, I want to provide an account summary for all the customers type of accounts. As a bank, I want to provide credit card details to the customer. Okay. So, here, the main motto is we need to transfer the amount from one account to other account.
Mm,
Uh, Okay, to that we need to provide some account credit card details, right? So for this, I should frame the test case scenarios, or like what is the
yeah. Can you tell me high level test scenarios and which are the different types of testing that you will perform?
Okay. Yeah, actually, firstly, we should check whether the bank details were correct or not. Whatever the first person was given, like account number, IFC code of that particular bank, and we should check the details for who we are sending the amount, so that like it is a transaction based thing, right? So everything we should be taken the good account number as well as the IFC code, and before that, like we used to get an OTP, right, after giving the account number as well as IFSC code. So that that OTP will be sent to the mobile number which is linked up to that particular account number. So after getting that OTP only, so we can think that this account number and as well as that particular account is good, like it is a perfect thing, so that we can transfer our money to that particular account.
So
that is one of the test case scenario. Other test case scenarios in a negative case, like they will be generating an error message if the account number is not correct.
So one test scenario you mentioned about OTP, right?
Yeah.
Then about error message if account number is not correct.
Yeah.
Okay. But about OTP, would you like to first discuss with the business analyst, product owner, and then you can perform the testing, or would you directly test?
No. Actually, we need to talk with the business analyst, like what is the requirement, and like that. Based upon the requirement, if OTP is needed, or if any other type of security is needed, like he will suggest us whether it is a OTP or whether it is a message, email notification, or like that. So that thing will be checking with the business analyst, so that we will take care of about it.
Right. So 3 C's they are mentioning in Agile. We should follow 3 C's, right? So those should be clarified. Those should be very much communicated, and then only you can perform testing, so that your effort and your time does not get wasted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now moving to next scenario, error message if account number is not correct. Okay. So okay. So these are 2 test scenarios. Any other scenario that is coming to your mind?
And like we should be careful when we are providing our account number to the others, like if it is via OTP or via message, like via mail, if you get a notification, that was okay. So that is we should tell to the developers to be keeping one security thing, whether it is a OTP or whether it is a mail. So like prompting any message should be there whenever our transactions will be happened.
Okay. Any other test scenario? Is the requirement clear to you?
Yeah. It was clear.
Do you think some details in this user story are missing?
Like still any details like you wanted to be filled, Rakesh?
Yeah. Any questions you have about user story?
Yeah, like one question is like yeah. One question is, you told that to transfer the money like from one account to other account. Like why did you mention that I want to provide credit details to customers? Like that point. Like
okay.
Like
So this is good insight. Whenever you see any user story, if the interviewer is asking you to tell the test scenarios, you can tell, okay, sir, I'll tell you the test scenario. First, can you tell me more about this user story? Sometimes, details of the user story itself are missing. From the PO, from the BA perspective, they might think, no, this is fine. This is expected. But as a tester, we need to understand from end user point of view, right? Because you might not be, we as a tester might not be present when this requirement would be discussed between the stakeholder and the business analyst, or stakeholder and the PO, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what few of the things which are missing in this user story, right? It is
Yeah, sure.
intentionally missing. I was expecting that you will tell that these all things are missing, so I won't be able to help you with the test scenarios. First, you need to tell with the
Yeah.
requirements itself. Okay, no issues.
Yeah.
See, over here, you are telling me we want to provide credit card details to the customers, right? So, to what kind of customers? What if all the customers might not be having credit card? What if all the customers are having credit card, but which are going to get expired by the time this user story get released, right?
Yeah.
It might be released in some mobile application, but this mobile application is already used by a certain set of customers. So how are we going to handle the migration? For example, today is Sunday, right? Today is 18th of December. This user story might be released on 25th of December, Christmas time. But it might happen that few people would have taken the credit card and their credit card limit would be completed by 24th of December. So what will they view on this particular screen, or how will the feature get enabled for those customers, right? It is going to get enabled for the new customers who are going to get enrolled for credit card details. But what about the existing customers? Is there any regression issue coming up? Because you have to support backward compatibility over here. Existing thing should not work. New thing is working or not, that is a second agenda. Now coming to this line, I want to provide a funds transfer feature to customers so that they can transfer funds from one account to another account. If you see, if we want to transfer funds, so basically there are three options. One is NEFT, one is IMPS, another is a standard option. So which option he is focusing on, right? So that is the cross question you should ask. The more detail, the more insight you will ask no to them. So how you have to ask, you don't have to criticize them. See how this user story it has been written. You don't know anything, you don't know this, but you have to politely request them. Can you please help me with this? Can you please help me? What will happen in this scenario? Then he won't come with this uncooked user story next time again before you. Yeah. Okay. Now coming to the second line, as a bank, I want to provide an account summary for all the customer types of accounts. Which are the various type of account? What about the account which is single ownership? There are chances when you have accounts with multiple people, joint accounts, salaried accounts, right? Then people who are having FD related accounts.
Multiple,
yeah. So those things you need to ask. Okay. Before testing, think from an end user point of view. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now consider you are telling about this OTP user story. Okay, fine. Now this is user story 1, which you got in sprint 1. Okay, sprint 1 you have started testing. This got completed and it got signed off also. While giving demo, you came to know standard option was not working. Okay. Then what will you do? While giving demo.
Actually, demo will be happen when the system testing was completed from our side. So, at that time only, we will be giving demo to the users. Like, this is the part we were done as for this enhancement. So, as they were okay with the requirement, whatever we done, it was okay. If there is other thing, or if it is other than that, we need to add other details, then they will be suggesting us. We will be going as it is in the system testing. We'll just go again to the development phase and just tell to the developer. Firstly, we'll tell to the tester lead. So your test lead will be contacting with the team member, developers. This is what we need to add. This is what we need to add this type of account here. So then they will be. The developers will be adding that particular thing, and then he complete the unit testing, then system testing. Again, we'll be talking with the users that we were added this particular file. Is it okay with that, or we'll speak with the users.
Okay, so If you are not, let's say you are demoing some story, and if this is not working, so you will go to the development team and you will discuss this defect with them.
Yeah, yeah.
They will provide the fix and then you will retest it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. So consider this was sprint one, user story one. Okay. And this came to sprint two. Now that sprint got completed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Consider this sprint one was also of week one.
Okay.
And this is also of week two. So you get 5 working days, okay, for
Yeah, yeah.
testing the story end to end, including grooming, development, testing, sign off, everything.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Now this option is not working. You came to know during demo of the sprint one, that is week one. Now
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the week two, you have got, as such, you had got only one item. There is a new user story which you have to test, in which IMPS option should show some user-friendly message. Okay, you have to show some that this money charges will be deducted. For example, like 5 rupees per transaction. This
Yeah,
user-friendly
yeah.
message need to come up in user story 2. So that development is going to happen. That thing you need to test. Also, the text color is going to get changed from black to white based on some
Yeah,
marketing team feedback. Okay,
yeah,
now
yeah,
you
sure.
have got two things to test in new
Mm.
sprint. Okay, one is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
standard bug, another is the
Mm.
new user story. How will you
Oh,
handle
okay.
this scenario? Hmm.
Okay. Like we will see the priority thing, Rakesh.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's see that is the sprint one, which is that standard thing is very it's a priority one.
Hmm.
So so based upon the priority, we used to pick up first. Like if we're
Hmm.
having a time after completing that, like we will be choosing this IMPS option. So
Hmm.
based upon severity and priority, we used to pick up that particular thing.
Okay, okay. Now both the things are priority for you. Both the things are supposed to work. You need to sign,
Mm-mm.
you need to test and sign off by end of this sprint to both the things. Then how will you
Okay.
handle this scenario? You're only the single member in the team.
Oh, okay. Then like firstly, like as it is a week consisting of 5 days, right? So the
Hmm.
first 3 days I work on that standard field, and the next days, like I used to handle this two, which is there in the user story too. Like I work on it. That's it.
Hmm. Okay. So when you say work on it, so you will do the testing, right? Of user story too.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Then what about test case writing, test case review?
Okay, like in a normal way, like as per my understanding, like not in a prescribed format. Like for time being, I'll just
Okay.
write as per my understanding. Like after
Hmm.
completing, like I'll just modify that particular thing and just
Hmm.
attach it in the Jira document.
Okay. See, this kind of scenario-based questions will be definitely asked to you, right? So
Yeah,
how you have to handle this? See, you have got 5 days in a week. Now, very first
yeah,
day, the item will come, any of these two items will come to you for testing. The chances are very less, right?
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
will get one of, Abhishek, can you please wait for 10 to 15 minutes? We'll join at 6:30. Okay. So it is very less chances are there that you will get the story's development completed in the first day itself. So first
Yeah.
day you should keep for test cases. You
Okay,
should complete
yeah,
writing
yeah,
test cases. This is how you have to explain in an interview. 5 days are there.
yeah.
First day you did
Okay.
testing, right? Monday you did test case writing. Sorry, not testing, test
Mm.
case writing, right?
Yeah,
Tuesday in the first half, you get your test cases reviewed by the team, or you can go for peer
yeah,
review, just to make sure that you are not missing
yeah,
any test cases, right?
yeah, yeah,
Now, Tuesday, you should also follow up with the team members, with the development team, that when are you going to
yeah,
get the story? It should not happen that both these items come to you on Friday, because it is not in your
mm.
hands. You cannot develop
Yeah,
the
yeah,
story, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you will coordinate with them. Okay.
yeah.
If you
Got it.
don't get any message or any update from them by Tuesday end of the day, on Wednesday in the stand-up call, as you are following agile methodology. So in the stand-up
Mm.
call, you have to raise your voice, right? Team, I am going
Yeah, yeah.
to, yeah. this story should be handed over to me by today, anyhow.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not telling
Yeah.
you to be very aggressive, but it is a sign
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
raising alarm, right? 2 days have already passed.
Yeah.
Sufficient days
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
development.
Even we should have a time for testing as well, right? So we should request the developers
Mhm.
like to have some time to do from our
Right.
side testing.
Wednesday, second half, you will get this story, right?
Okay.
Simultaneously, let's say 60% of this story also comes. So Wednesday, you have to start testing. Thursday, end-to-end testing will complete. Friday, the morning time, you will keep for regression testing,
Yeah.
integration
Yeah.
testing. Because of that,
And
anything has not broke off because you don't want to repeat the same thing happening in the demo, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Friday, you give the demo, you walk with your collars up. Yes, everyone should say Teja gave a very good demo, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So you should give end
Yeah.
to end with full confidence because last week demo had a bug, right? So this week's demo should be at par such that last week's impression is improved, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now consider this situation happened, sprint one, sprint two. Now, before starting sprint three, you are having a retrospective meeting. So,
Yeah.
what will you discuss in the retrospective meeting? Let's say I am your scrum master, okay, and we have
Okay.
10 members sitting with us in the conference room. Your
Okay.
chance is there. Okay, you have to write on that sticky note and stick on that wall. So,
Yeah.
what will you write? Okay, just don't mention about what went well, what went good, right? You have to tell about everything.
Okay, like generally, if I was worked on that particular types of testings in that particular in that week, so like if everything went well, like I'll just keep it under what went well. Like if
Mhm.
anything wants to be still more added or still more as per expectations, like I'll just comment it as like we need some more help from this tester or that tester, like that. So like if it is went well, like we can like we can keep it as like a teamwork was done well because as developers were worked on it only the testers was tested that thing. If
Mhm.
not or else like only testers cannot work, right? So like from there we can think that team coordination was went well to
Okay.
deliver that particular thing.
Okay, so you are telling this all things about went well, right? What about
Yeah.
improvement things? I think you are a very
uh,
positive person, right? You are very positive. You are not highlighting what went wrong. See, during sprint one demo, one of the option was
mm-mm.
not working, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
should have been caught by the development team in their unit testing. Someone will come and write a sticky note on for your behalf that Teja did not caught this defect and so the entire team had
yeah,
to suffer, right? So you should also
yeah,
tell why it was not caught in unit testing. See, retrospective is not meant for only rosy things, for
yeah,
only good telling things, right? Everyone will
yeah.
come.
Even yeah.
Yeah. So what else you will add in your retrospective meeting?
Like I mean, like based upon the scenario, what we will face, right? Like
Mm,
if we are not getting any, like if you are not delivering the developers, if developers was delivered that particular task on Thursday, like
mm,
we can inform in that this is the perspective. Like as developers was delivered this particular thing, like we were not proceeded further. Like we were not at the delivered at this particular time. So we'll keep that thing negative in a negative scenario, like based upon the scenario how it went well, we used to write a comment, right? Like
mm.
that is
Right. So, but what about what did not went well, right? There was this
yeah,
option was not working. So you can highlight that thing. Okay, fine.
yeah, sure.
What about code review? You can also ask how much code review has been done. What is the
Yeah, yeah.
code coverage,
Mm-mm.
right? So those things you should
Yeah,
tell.
yeah,
If you're
sure.
not asking those things, no, then people will pile up. People will blame you for all the things that are going wrong. Not in every
Yeah.
team, but it might happen in some
Uh-huh.
team. I wish you're not part of those teams in your career.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Mm. Abhishek, can you please wait for 10 minutes?
Okay, sir. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he joined third time. Okay, so fine. So, okay, consider this Zoom application. Can you tell me high-level test scenarios? How will you test this Zoom application?
Yeah, like it is a web-based application, right? So like we used to have the
Zoom is a desktop as well as web-based application.
web page application. Okay, like firstly, we used to have the username and the password of that particular meeting. So like the username and the password will be given by the host who was hosting the meeting. So we'll just click on that particular link. If the
Mm.
user, like in our system also, like we used to have the WebEx meeting. Like what is your username and what is your sign in mail ID. So if both the username and the mail ID and the password are correct only, we can signing into the WebEx meeting. Or unless if the username is wrong or password is wrong, it will prompt a message as invalid username or password. That is one is positive scenario, one is negative scenario.
Okay.
And even we should check the audio as well as video, whether it is working fine or not. So like if the audio is not working fine, like we should just go to the settings and just look at whether the audio is like it was having some error or not, like even the video as well. So these are the test case scenarios which I can say for this Zoom application.
Okay. There are many other test scenarios that you can answer for this application. So if it is asked in a real-time interview, please
Yeah, okay.
add those.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, like recording option is working fine or not. Are we able
Yeah,
to
yeah, even. Yeah,
view
yeah.
the other person who has joined? Then is the screen share option working? Is the chat option working? Are you able to put the reactions in the chat box? Are you able to share your screen and showcase what is going on? Is the other
Yeah, yeah,
person able to see the screen? Right?
yeah,
If
yeah.
it is a paid version, it should allow you to be a part of that Zoom meeting exceeding 40 minutes. If it is not, then it will close
Yeah,
it
yeah.
before 40 minutes. So those all test scenarios you should tell. You should tell all these things in an interview. The more you tell, the more you will get selected.
Yeah. Even
More.
the screen share option as well as the chat window, whether it is sending to the host or not,
Yes.
breakout sessions will be there option. Like there are many options in the WebEx,
Mhm.
so we
Yes.
can include that as well.
Everything you have to tell, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
Teja, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Rakesh, like it's a really a good opportunity for me, to have this mock interview. Like you are replied me in a uh, very good.
Yeah, so even I'm happy to have you a part as a part of this channel. You gave the mock interview, and I hope that this mock interview will actually help you in shaping your career and in letting you know what in which areas you have to improve, in which areas you are good at,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Teja, and wish you all the best for your career.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you.